Hey folks, welcome to your weekly video. Last week we translated a technical conversation, right, that was happening through the discovery or publishing of new research. And before then we did informational interviewing. So this week's technical challenge is, call it Proposal Week. Proposals, are big across business, higher ed, basically any institution. There's some kind of proposal being made. Often it's for money, right? Grant writing, donation letter request. Those are all types of proposals. A proposal is basically you're asking for something. It can be money for a project, it can be time, it can be opportunities. Um, so this week, I wanted to give a really sort of pragmatic and specific type of proposal. So you'll be making a proposal um, to start and fund a new student club at LW Tech. So if you're on Canvas, take a look at this week. We have our proposal due. That's again a discussion where you'll submit your proposal and then comment and give feedback on at least one other colleague from class, right? What did you think of their proposal? Did they meet all of those steps that we're about to go through that a proposal should have? This week you have the LW Tech Clubs link. So when you click on that, you'll see a list of clubs at LW Tech. And this is, where you want to start. What are the current active clubs? Obviously, you shouldn't replicate a current club, but you can get a good sense of what we have here. Get Hired Lions, Horticulture, Minecraft, software development. And then you also have some previously active clubs, right? So you can always say you'd like to reactivate one of these inactive clubs, right? So if there's something here that you love, like Culinary Club, go with that, right? You'll have to, in your rationale or justification, state why you want to reactivate, why you think it's the right time, how the reactivation of this club will serve the college, right? Okay, so those are the clubs that we have. And if you see, they all sort of meet LW Tech mission, values, outcomes. So, right, construction specifications institute, Black Student Union, they all fulfill, right, our mission fulfillments of, we want to be a leader in workforce development, right? Address and dismantle structural racism, right? So when those clubs applied, they probably quoted parts of our mission statement or our vision statement or our core values, right? To get funding, to get recognized, to get club status. So that's also something that you have to do. Think of that as you have to address your audience, and one of their needs and concerns is how will your club address the values and mission of the college, of LW Tech, right? So if you want to, and you really should quote from our vision, core values, mission, goal, right? So I could be like, my club, which is going to be aviation club, I want to meet our core values of inclusivity, right? And then I could quote, right, to create a welcoming environment where all feel a sense of belonging in aviation, right? I want to make everyone feel welcome in an aviation club, right? That this can be a major for everybody, something of interest to everybody, right? Not just a select few. So, right, see how I quoted the LW Tech core values? So I'm aligning, right, my proposal with with this college's mission and values, right? So that is something you have to do for this technical challenge. You have to basically justify and rationalize how your club proposal makes sense, how it fits here, how it meets a need, how it fills a gap, how it fills a hole. That is a part of a proposal, right? You have to use that logic, that logos of what is the point of the proposal? What need is it meeting? What expectation is it meeting? Right? Why should we fund? Right? Why should our student associations fund this thing? Right? Okay. So that is part of this week. Let me go back. So a few more things. Other readings this week. You have a link to the club charter form, right? That is the actual form. If you really want to submit your club proposal, absolutely go ahead. You don't have to. That's above and beyond. I hope everyone does. But for this assignment, right, I'm just looking for the proposal through the discussion link. You also have some great audience analysis reading that can help you target your audience. Okay, so let's take a look at the discussion a little more and the proposal, what I'm asking you to do. So you get a little bit of background on what a proposal is, right? So read through that. And then again, you get our task here. Your audience, right, for this technical challenge is you're making a club proposal to the Office of Student Life here at LW Tech, right? That's your audience. So this has to be formal. This has to be concise. This has to be clear, right? All of these things we've been talking about. Courteous, right? Thank you for considering my club proposal request, right? The hidden step here is, again, that you're looking through a student perspective of what we need here at the college, right? So let's say, like, I love watching, sci-fi shows, right? Like that's what I think about. I might need to step out of that, right? I don't know if we need a sci-fi club, so I need to look around at the college. What are we known for? What do we need, right? What's going to benefit our students, right? My example this week is, we don't have an automotive club, right? We have a great automotive program, but there's no club to meet any like new, current, or future student needs around that. So that's a hidden step, is you're really looking around the college, you're looking at our mission and values, and you're meeting that need. Okay. You have a great example of my club proposal. This is, not the complete proposal. It's a, step maybe 2 and 3, right? Where I give the purpose of the club. You have to describe the purpose, right? The purpose is, right, to, right, enhance and facilitate education and interests in automotive technology here at the college, to socialize, to make new friends, right, to give a new positive voice on campus, right? So I give a purpose, and, this is meeting, again, I could quote our mission and values. This is really meeting our mission of being a leader in workforce training, right? So to have an automotive club and to bring in, sort of experienced technicians really is making those professional networking connections, right? So I'm meeting that LW Tech mission, and I've quoted it, I've stated it. Okay. And then again, just go through the club proposal 1 through 9. These are all the things that your proposal should have. So the first one is your idea, right, or your proposal. Number 2 is the proposed club name, right? I called mine LW Tech College Automotive Club. 3 is who is your faculty or staff advisor, and email. So pick, right, maybe a faculty or an instructor or a teacher you've worked with here at the college. If you don't have anyone for that slot, just put my name in. I am always happy to be an advisor for anything. So me at nothing else. And then 4 is your proposal, right? 4 and 1 are the same one. So the proposal is, right, give us a simple statement. What's the club, and what is your idea? What will the club do? What need will it meet, right? 5 is you're expanding on that. How does this club, right? 4 and 5, you can, obviously, this is going to be written in, I would say, 2 to 4 paragraphs, right? So think of this as maybe 1 page double spaced, right, of a few paragraphs. So 4 and 5 are going to be, in the same paragraph. And you're just breaking down, you're just articulating, well, how does this club, right, reflect the mission? How does it benefit our students? And give 2 examples of a proposed activity, right? So for example, if I'm having a cybersecurity club, I want to bring in, right, people from the field, right? So I could name, right, maybe, someone from Microsoft, or just say, I'm going to bring in people from, Google or whatever, right? Just give us an example of the type of activity. Or we're going to have a hands-on training, right, on AI security, right? So Just explain that to us. 6, just summarize who's your target membership, propose club meeting dates and times. Is this club meeting online, offline, in person, right? Goals. What are the goals of your club? Um, Again, how will you support the college's missions and values? What will students learn through this club? And it could also just be a socialization networking club, right? You can also just state that. And again, if you haven't already, right, number 8, please give us a description of any event or speaker, right, that you would bring in. And again, some of these are repeating. So 4 sort of repeats 8. If you answer, right, who you're going to bring in terms of speakers or events in your proposal, you don't really have to do 8, right, because you've already answered that. So just think of this as you're writing 2 to 4 paragraphs, and you should hit all of these prompt questions somewhere in those paragraphs, right? And then your conclusion is, you're thanking the Associate Student Government, right, for your considering your proposal. Okay, so that is this week, and you'll just post it through the discussion. And again, make sure to give feedback on at least one person. Okay, folks, thank you so much. I'll see you again next week.